Okay, I've sewn the shoulder, two shoulders together, and then I've got the under collar, which I cut on the bias. These will have interfacing on them, and then we're going to match up the seam here and do that pivot. I've got a 1 centimetre seam allowance, stepped to 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so it's all about the sewing line. So I know that where my 1 centimetre seam allowance comes here is this point here, which matches on both sides. And then I'll need to snip that to enable me to pivot. Snip it right up to the needle, to the stitch line, and that will allow me to fold that out the way, and then carefully, with no pleating, be able to sew that flat. And my 1 centimetre seam allowance, and then my notches. I'll have a notch here at my shoulder seam. Obviously one of them's got a seam allowance on. Okay, I've got that sewn in, and that is how you sew the under collar to the garment, and then that, when it's pressed, is a perfect corner, and then you can see you've got your notch there, and that comes around with the break line, and they're grown on the stand. Okay, so that's the underneath, but this is the actual garment.